Sorry if the sun's getting in his eyes, but I've managed to get it on, but it goes a bit higher than the previous one. It's the same length, but it goes a bit higher up. I've cut it a few times, so I saved you the aggro of showing you that, because it were up and down here like a yo-yo. Just need to put some screws in it now. I mean, what I could do is cut this one so it's right through, but knowing my cutting skills, it probably won't be overly pretty. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Just get a few screws in and we're away then, aren't we? That bit there was where I was cutting a lot to get it around the guttering and that. And I had to cut a line all the way down to there where the sheet ends, because it's a little fat. So there we have it, job done. For now anyway. I've just screwed it together for now. He wants this bit cutting out so I can walk past through my door. Up so far and across so I can get through. As you can see, I've done my latch. So that's that job done. That little door's finished. This will just keep rain off it now. Keep this post dry. I would put another one down to the floor and that, but when the door's shut, it's going to be protecting it anyway. And I always could do it in the future, but we'll see how it goes on for now. And you see, I overlapped it as well, this one going underneath there, because when the wind's hitting, it's not going to be hitting it from this angle and try and pull it open. And also, if God forbid you or something happens where you scrape along the side driving in, let's say you're bringing straw up here, or you're cleaning this shed out and you scrape past it, usually when you're taking straw up here, it's not gonna you'll have to scrape past it first, which is going this way, whilst you'd have to it going backwards, if that makes sense. It's just that if you hit something going in, you're more likely to hit this when you're going in than coming out. What I always find anyway. So that's just another reason why. Like if you're bringing a straw bale up here to put with these cows, the straw bale's going to scrape along the front and not grab behind it. You know, if it were the other way around, it'd grab it. If you were going out the shed with a straw bale, it'd grab it here and peel it back. That's the reason. That's also why. There is also a few other jobs that I need to do at the top. I need to screw it a bit better up there where I've cut it out. I'm going to try and put a piece of aluminium in that gap in between the two rafters, I think what they're called. So I'm going to try and do that at some point. It needs a bit more screwing up just right at the top, but on the whole it's done. So yeah. So we've got more problems. This tractor wouldn't start this morning, so I've had to put battery charger on it, and now she says she's full. So I think it's just that cold weather we've had has just taken it out of her. So we'll rip it off and see if she'll fire up. So there we go, I've left it running now for about 5 minutes after I went and did some other jobs. So I also put the cover back, the battery's down here on these. It's a good accessibility place to get at it, but like on these tractors here, I hope you can hear me for a start. On these tractors here, it's only behind front grill, and that it's quite easy to get to. Probably a bit easier to start up them up than that. Is just at side at wheel, isn't it? So it's better to get flipped. A load of muck round it, which, well, oh well. Work with what we've got. I've also painted the step, as you can see, it's very black. Yeah, I think we can switch it off now. It's had new filters on it a while ago, before Christmas. Hydraulic, oil, and added in diesel. So she's all filtered up and everything. But the next job will be on the muck spreader. So I'll grease her up shortly. Watch how quick these will run up. I've just shut dry cows up in the shed, and now it's just time to let the milk cows out, so we'll let them up and go and shut them up. So here they are, they're just waiting to come through the gate that I've just opened. So now that I've shut them in there, I just need to get them out this shed and this shed. Relatively will be in that one more than this one. This is the one where I put my sawdust and on the cubicles, because yeah, there's no one on this side because we can't get the straw chopper through this shed, so that's why I put sawdust down. So there's a few lying down. Most of them will get up whilst I'm getting them out that bottom yard bit where the ring feeders are, because they know what time it is, they're not daft. So hopefully I've just put that footage in you've seen of what I got of Ruby doing this the other day, and as I'm walking round, always just cleaning the cubicles off ready for bedding. So that's what I'm doing, in the process of. And yet there's always one that won't get up, that just wants to have that extra minute or two. The reason that there's a ring feeder there is because just to help spread the space out a bit, so if there's a bit of room for one we may as well put one there so none get bullied or anything. So next challenge is to try and get through there. It's a bit of a hard one because you have to try and wriggle your way through them all. Also, this gate's upside down if anyone's noticed, and that's because it's higher when you put it at that end, because a bull, old bull, jumped it and bent it. So what I did was I flipped it round so it's higher up. So yeah. So I've just come for my tractor. The reason that it's got a bale on front is just because if I put it in here, the bales still had a little bit of snow on them, on the top. So I thought, I always put one up front so I can go round with it on, and I thought if I put it in here, it's really warm in here. Outside there's still a bit of a breeze, so I thought it'd melt, and it has. So that's the reason behind that. So the reason you've seen me take the plastic off of that with it still on is because it's since they're the third cut bales and they're very wet, them bottom ones on the stack get squashed and since they're all pressurised and everything, it's really hard for me to pick them up perfect without busting them. So I just bring them plain safe and pour them straight in. Whilst now, the top ones and the middle layer, since we stack them 3 high, the middle and the top, I take the wrap off now before feeding them. So because I can manage to do that without them busting, since they're a bit more rounder. I mean, that one there, I think I'm risking it a bit. It is a bottom bale, but it was a bottom one on the end, so it didn't have it only had pressure on one side. So we'll see how we go on with that. So we've made it. Where are you? There. But I've dragged the wrapping as well from outside, so I couldn't be bothered messing about with it. So it's that bale that was squashed. So we'll see how we go on taking that off.